Focusing on what you can control is the crux of productivity. You've likely heard this before. Don't focus on the results, but focus on the actions that take you to those results. In Ryan Holiday's book, The Daily Stoic, he writes, "The single most important Stoic philosophy is differentiating between what you can change and what you cannot, what you have control over and what you do not." But why is this apparently the single most important Stoic philosophy out there? And why does it matter to you? Let's take my favorite actor, Cillian Murphy, and use an analogy.
Because legitimate business, John, is the priority. Legitimate business.
Since when? My fucking wife took a bullet meant for me!
If Cillian were to solely focus on his public reception, how much applause he gets at the end of a West End production, for example, I know he used to do a lot of those theatre productions back in the day, or say, for example, on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, or more recently, whether his critics like him or not, he will always be hurt. But if he loves the process of acting, the storytelling, the teamwork, the learning from others, the learning of his lines, the fan interaction, etc., etc., and focuses all of his energy into doing his best performance, he'll always find satisfaction with the job of acting. So the point is, take pleasure from doing the right actions as opposed to the results that may or may not come from them. If you tell yourself, I'm doing X just to get Y, it is far more difficult to achieve Y. Why? Why? Because Y is out of your control. All you can do is focus on the quality and efficiency of X. And if you were only doing X to attain Y, something you can't control, you'd end up quitting X. For example, if you were only writing a novel, X, to become a best-selling author, your Y, something you can't control, you'd end up quitting X, because you'd set yourself up for disappointment. Because if you pour your heart and soul into the book just for it to be overlooked, therefore not achieving your desired outcome of being a best-selling author and having all these prestigious awards, you're going to feel that all of your efforts were in vain. The disappointment will therefore be so crushing that you're most likely going to stop writing, because you weren't focused on the actions of storytelling, creativity, self-expression, the joy of creating characters and worlds. I'm not an author, but the point is, you were focused on the why instead of the X. As Jordan Peterson said, there's no difference in thinking about what you want and being miserable.
And that's not an insignificant thing.
So point is, don't think about the outcome, but the daily steps that you want to achieve. Going to the gym 5 times a week is the win, not how good the workouts are. Recently I was in the gym and I went up to a friend of mine and I said, "Oh, how you doing?" We caught up. And he said, "Alex, my workout's just been terrible today. I went out last night on the bender, got super hungover." Oh, sorry lads, I'm gonna have to put the sunglasses on. I'm not top G or anything, but this hay fever is abysmal. Anyway, I'm at the gym. I got to this guy, a good friend of mine, and he says, "Alex, my workout's just been terrible today. I was out last night till super late, drinking, got seriously drunk. I'm so hungover today, and I just can't. I didn't want to come, but he said one of his mates dragged him out, and he said my workout's just like that, in that kind of voice. He said my workout's just been terrible. I'm not feeling it. I kind of feel like I should go home right now." And I said, "Well, does that matter?" And he said, "What do you mean, does that matter?" I said, "Does it matter that you're having a bad workout?" And he said, well, yeah. I'm not getting maximum hypertrophy. I'm not sort of maximizing my output." I said, "Does that matter?" And he said, "Yeah, because I want to do the best workout I can." I said, "I understand that, but you're obviously hungover and you had a lot of drinks last night, so you can't really control that, can you?" And he said, "Yeah, you're right." And I said to him, "It was a win the moment you entered the gym. The workout you do doesn't actually matter now. It was a win the moment you step foot into the gym." And he was like, "God damn." And I'm sure he smashed out an even better workout. Okay, we've recovered from the hay for a little bit. So, if you consistently set your wins based on the actions that you do each day, rather than the result of doing those things, then what will happen is that the results will begin to creep in. Oh, but Alex, what if it takes me years to see results? So what? So what? If it was never about the outcome in the first place, why does it matter how long it takes? If this is really your life's work, then why does it matter how long it takes? This is your life's work. You're going to be physically active for your whole life. So why does it matter how long it takes to get jacked? Oh, but Alex, what if I only focus on the actions and then end up never seeing results? How will I know if I'm making progress or not? Again, why does progress matter? Yeah, progress is nice and stuff, but why does it actually matter? Like, if you really think about it, it matters to you because you're focused on the outcome rather than the actions. And as Hormozi said, if you can't see yourself doing something every day, why are you doing it? So results, progress, no results, no progress, you'll still do it. So it doesn't matter. If you're still not convinced, here's another interesting way of thinking about this. Were you worried about quick results when it came to walking, speaking, or making scrambled eggs? No, you weren't. And why weren't you? Because you adopted them as part of your everyday behavior. Yeah, was it difficult? Yes, of course it was. As a toddler, you would have crashed and burned, Maverick.
Crashed and burned, huh, Mav?
So many times. But it's your life work. It's just something that you just carry on doing until you know how to do it. You weren't worried about the outcome. Oh, I need to be able to walk in 3 months. Okay, yeah, fine, you were a kid as well, but you get my point. Okay, so hopefully now you're convinced that focusing on the actions rather than the outcome is of paramount importance. I'm now going to give you two steps that you can apply to achieve outcome independence. Step numero uno. The first one is drop your ego. You're worried about applying for that job or that school or that university, the action you need to take, because you're worried about the rejection, the humiliation, i.e. the outcome. And you're worried about the outcome because of your ego. That is why ugly dudes are so good with women, because they just don't care. They get called fat, short, ugly. They're like, well, yeah, I am, so whatever. They're outcome independent. But if a good looking guy gets rejected, it stings his ego because he feels he has something to lose. He's more worried about the results than the ugly dude. And as a result, gets less results. And number two is systemize. As Jack Hopkins said, another YouTuber that's quite fun, recommend checking him out. If you put the right things on your calendar, your dreams are there for the taking. Don't worry about outcomes, just judge yourself based on who you are today. So, start making action goals as opposed to outcome goals, and start doing things for the love of doing them rather than for the result. And I promise you, the results, what will happen is, the results will start creeping in. You'll wake up one day and go, you might flex in the mirror or something, and go, ooh, I didn't have that vein a week ago. The results end up sneaking up on you, so to speak, if you are focused on the actions as opposed to actually wanting that forearm vein. Learning is application, not consumption. Leave YouTube right now and get to it. I'll catch you in the next one.